going down, everybody? So today we're going to be talking about the equipment that I use for recording music. What's up, everybody? It's Raymond J Times Infinity, just a simple guy with infinite possibilities, back again with another video. And like I said, today we're going to be talking about the equipment that I use for recording music. So starting off, we're going to start off with the microphones. So here with this first microphone we got here, this is a Samson CO1U studio condenser microphone. There's two different microphones, and they're both condenser microphones. However, there's one slight difference. So the difference with this one is, this is a USB microphone, meaning that it connects to the microphone and then connects on it on the other end, just straight USB, straight to the computer. So straight and easy to use. This was the first microphone that I had gotten, and when I first got into recording music, this was the first one that I got, and it works great. I mean, it works good and everything. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work quite as well as the one that I'm using now, and I'll explain that difference why. But this is the first microphone that I was using here. So you'll see, pretty big microphone, fairly. You know, it's a good sized microphone. And so yeah, like I said, it's a Samson CO1U USB microphone. Now, jumping to the microphone that I use now, it is this bad boy here. So you'll see right off the bat that it's, you know, a lot smaller than the original one. Now, this microphone here is a Scarlett Studio brand microphone. It's the CM25MK2. So that's this microphone. This is the one that I use now. And so the difference with this one is this microphone. And I forget what this connection is called, but it takes this bad boy, the 3-prong connection. Okay, so this connects into here, like so. And then this connects into the interface, which will be the next piece that I'll show you guys. So, but sticking to the microphone for now, so that's the main difference, is that this has a different type of connection. And so basically, these connections here, this is just a more powerful cord than going straight USB. So basically, self-explanatory, more power to the microphone, the better your sound quality is going to be in pretty much all aspects. So this is the microphone that I use now, and it came in a bundle that I have here, and I'll show you guys all that later. But this is the microphone that I use now. It's pretty compact and whatnot, but I like it so far. It's worked, you know, fairly well for me. And so yeah. So then from there we jump into the interface that I mentioned earlier, which is this bad boy right here, which is a Focusrite. And it's a pretty nice looking interface, you know, Scarlett Solo, you'll see there. It's also Scarlett. The microphone, the interface, they both came together. They're both Scarlett Focusrite. So basically what the interface does is you connect your microphone to your interface here. Then your interface then connects via USB to your computer. So you might be thinking to yourself, well, if it's still connecting to USB, what's the difference? Well, the difference is the fact that with the other microphone that goes straight USB, you're going straight from the microphone, straight USB into the computer. So with this, you're going from your mic, and the sound is then being controlled through here, through your interface, then being put into your computer. So basically what I'm saying here is, as you'll see here, you have two knobs here. So this one's for recording with a microphone, and this one's for if you're plugging in like an instrument, like a guitar or something. And here with these knobs, you can set your volumes. So there's a light that lights up around these knobs, and it's either green, yellow, or red. So when sound is going into the mic, if it's lighting up green, then your level is good, like you're not peaking. And if it's yellow or red, if it's yellow, you're starting to peak a little bit, and if it's red, then that means that you peaked on that vocal. Now, what peaking is basically when the audio level is real loud and it spikes to where in the recording it's going to sound distorted because it was too loud. So that's what's good about this, is you can control your sound a lot better. Now, to power this type of connecting microphone, you have to have what's called phantom power. Basically, it's just an extra 48 volts that's then used to power the microphone. Like I said, that's what's the difference between the two microphones is the microphone that I'm using now, like I said, with the 3-prong connection, requires more power to have a better sound. So therefore, you press that button and then you've got your phantom power. So therefore, you can do that. Also with the interface, gives you the ability to have your direct monitor, where when you have your headphones plugged into here, you'll hear your voice as you're talking into the microphone. So you'll hear it live while you're recording, whether you're singing, or just recording like a regular, vocal or whatever. So there's that. And also you can control your main volume here, which will control your main volume going out to your studio monitors, which are the speakers. So there's that. So again, Focusrite. It's a nice little interface. Going back to a little bit of phantom power, this is a phantom power box here. This is a, I don't know how to say that. I mean, it looks like it says Ohuhu, but there's that for you guys there. Now this, I've never actually used this before. This was actually just recently given to me by a friend who no longer needed it, and I was like, well, I mean, I'll take it off your hands. And so basically here, you're going to connect your microphone into here. Then you'll have to have a second 3-prong connector to connect from here, then to your sound box. So basically, this is just phantom power on its own. So the difference between just the phantom power itself and an interface is the interface has the phantom power built in with it along with the other features. This is just phantom power. So now I do want to make a quick disclaimer. Should have said this in the beginning, but I'm not like a professional, nor did I go to school for anything like this. Like pretty much everything that I'm talking about, it's really just things that I've learned from either one, just kind of messing with everything myself and figuring it out, and 2, learning from like Google and YouTube videos and stuff like that. So of course, from your microphone, you're gonna have to have a stand, right? Now, here, I'll show you guys the stand first. So I just use this basic stand, just a basic microphone stand. Nothing special about it. It's a Samsung brand stand. I guess that's kind of it, but it's just a regular stand. So not too much to say about that. Okay, now jumping into this. You'll probably recognize this if any of you are actually really into music and studio work. You'll see that the microphones are always sitting on something like this. Now what this is called a shock mount. So basically, your microphone sits in the shock mount, and then your shock mount then screws onto your stand. Now this can either be used like this, which is how I use it, or you can put it upside down, how you'll see a lot of other people using it. And the reason why is just because of the way that the microphone is on the interiors, and as far as like picking up sound. So yeah, but focusing on just the shock mount, that's what the main thing this is for is, like, you'll see how it's got all these bungees, and when you kind of got that little bit of like play, you know what I mean? Really what it's for is it's supposed to be like a shock absorber, basically. So like basically if there's any type of like movement, it's got that little bit of bungee give, so that way there's not like any type of like thuds that pick up on the microphone from like movement, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what that's for, shock mount. And right now, next up here we have the pop filter. So this just screws onto your stand, and then you can then form this up to your microphone. Usually this has to be about 6 inches from your microphone. And basically what this is for, and you'll see this one's kind of worn a little bit, I got a hole there. But what this is for whenever you're singing or talking into the microphone, like your P's and your B's and things like that, anything that has the p with your lips, like that p sound, it makes that pop of air. So when you're talking into, a high quality microphone like such, then, it's gonna pick up that pulse pretty good, and it can make it peak, or it'll just kind of sound distorted, I guess. It's just a filter, basically. It's just a filter to where whenever you make those P's and B's sounds, and the sound, and like the air is, like the pop sound is filtered through this to where it doesn't pop into your microphone so aggressively. So that's kind of basically what this is for. In case any of you, as I remember seeing a lot of people a lot of studio people that would use it, and I never knew exactly what it was, but I mean, that's what it is. All right, now jumping into headphones. the main headphones that I use are these right here. These are also Scarlett headphones. Also, these are HP60 with the MK2. Also, same as the that came with the mic. So these headphones, this microphone, and this interface, they all came together in one package for about $200 for the whole thing, for the mic, the interface, the headphones, plus all the wires. So yeah, and so these are the main headphones that I use, Scarlett Studio headphones. They work pretty great, I guess. You know, I mean, they give a good sound, and when these connect straight into, like I was saying earlier, they connect straight into the interface, and then I can turn on the studio or the direct monitor to where as I'm talking or singing into the microphone, I'm hearing it through here at the same time, along with the beat. So yeah. And then also another set of headphones that I use occasionally will be just my regular Beats here. These are Beats. To be honest with you, I don't remember what these are called. But these I use more for whenever I'm just kind of just playing back a track and like editing it, just because, you know, Beats have a good sound. So 'cause that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing about editing music is the headphones that you want to use. Well, you want to have either studio monitors, like the speakers, not just regular speakers, but studio monitors, or just a good set of headphones. So that way, when you're playing it back, you're really getting the best sound that you can get. So that way, when you're editing it, you know, putting in like compressors and EQ and whatnot, you know, you're really getting that true sound as close as possible. All right, so next up we got this bad boy here. This is the Akai Professional MPK Mini Keyboard. This is a MIDI keyboard, and so this here is more used for like, you know, like making your beats and whatnot. This doesn't do anything for vocals. This is solely for instrument use. So obviously here you have the ability to make piano sounds, and then these squares here, these are drum pads. So these are used for you to be able to make anything from a snare to an 808 to a clap to a kick, you know, to a hi-hat, you know, all that. And I'll show you guys in the software that I use for messing with this on that. And you also have, you know, your different options here. You got an arpeggiator. You have the ability to change your octave, such as with your keyboard. And then you got of course your levels, your sound levels and whatnot over here. Now, some of you are probably thinking, you know, that this only plays, you know, certain amount of notes. It doesn't. This is actually capable of playing a full keyboard, basically, but it's taking it like a section at a time. So like picture like a full keyboard, you know, but this, in the settings, you know, you can change. You'll go from section to section. So like this would be like one section of the keyboard. You change the octave up an octave, and then it's the next section. Change it up, it's the next section. You get what I'm saying? So, so you can play all 88 notes from a regular piano. And in the software, depending on the software that you're using, you know, the software like the software I use, it comes with a whole bunch of different instruments that you can use. So like piano alone, there's like 10 different types of pianos that you can use. There's like a regular grand piano, electric pianos, you know, just the different sounds that you can use for the piano. As well as there's a bunch of other instruments in general that you can use in the software, and you'll use the keys, you know, to play the notes. It won't make a keyboard sound, it'll make like whatever sound. Like there's guitar settings, for example. So, but if you play the notes on the keys, it's making guitar sounds, you get what I'm saying? So you can do a number of things using just the keyboard here. And then like I was saying about the drum pads, there's a whole bunch of different drum settings and drum sounds that then you apply to each square that then you'll use to then make your sound. So that's pretty much this in a nutshell. And again, it is the Akai Professional MPK Mini. All right, now the software that I use for that keyboard, as far as for like beats, this is what I use here. It's Ableton Live 9. I use the intro version. I also downloaded the light version off the computer itself. But this here is a disc. I don't have the second disc in right now. This is the disc that has like the extra instrument packs on it that you'll install into your computer. This one is the actual software. Now, also what I wanted to show was if you buy the Akai Professional, the MPK, the one that I was showing you here, It comes with included software. It comes with MPC Essential, Hybrid 3, and Wobble. So basically and then you'll see on the back here, it explains what each one does. And they basically each just provide different types of editing that you can make to your music and whatnot. So, that's what's cool about a lot of these a lot of these deals that you'll buy, and they'll come with softwares that you can then install onto your computer to just to up your game even more. So there's that. And then this here was the $200 package that I was saying about this for about $200 off of Amazon. And this is the Scarlett Solo Studio package. This is the second generation 2-in, 2-out USB audio interface studio pack. So yeah, and this one, like I said, it came with the mic, the interface, the headphones, and then all the connections that were needed. And then it also comes with the software included in here is the Ableton Live Lite, which is what I was saying earlier. That's how I got that one. It comes with Pro Tools first, Addictive Keys, and Softtube. So that one comes with a variety of plugins. It also comes with this great It also comes in with these great compression plugins. These are the Red 2 and 3 plugins, and these are great. I can say that when I started using this compressor, it really does a great job at really compressing your vocals and just making it sound super clean. And now, real quick, I just wanted to say that with all this equipment here is what I used to create this bad boy here. Yep. If any of you have known me for a while, or if you're following, if you're subscribed to my music channel, which if you're not, and subscribe to my music channel, will be linked down below, where you can find this mixtape, as well as a few other songs, a few other singles, and then a couple covers. You can take a listen to that. And I made this when I was first really getting into like making my own music, and it wasn't super easy at the time. I wasn't as like knowledgeable as I am now, but they still came out all right, and I like it, but you guys go check it out, let me know what you think. So yeah, so real quick now, I'm just gonna change the angle here, because then I'm gonna have you guys sit at the desk with me, and we're gonna look at the software that I use for recording. All right, everybody, so we're back, and so the software you're looking at right here now, this is the Ableton Live Lite that you're looking at here. So basically, what you're looking at here is you have 4 different track openings here. You have 2 audio tracks and then 2 MIDI tracks. So this is the track that you would actually connect the keyboard to. And then over here, you'll see I have highlighted drums, and then you'll see along this entire list here, these are all the different drum packs that you can get. So there's a lot of them. In future videos, I'll be, posting more in-depth kind of things about this stuff, And honestly, most of that will probably be on my music channel, but we'll see what happens from here. But this is just like me showing you basically what it kind of looks like in a nutshell. So that's that software. We'll get out of that one, and then we'll come to, this is the Cakewalk that I was telling you guys about. So this is my actual audio recording software. So it's a different layout, obviously. So here you got your volume levels. Here you got your master and your track level. So in this one, I have 5 tracks open. Usually I use track 1. Usually here in track 1 is where I'll put the beat, the beat track, and then I'll use tracks 2, 3, 4, and 5. Track 2 will be usually my main lead vocal. Tracks 3, 4, sometimes I use a 5, but most times I go a 3 and a 4, and those will be used for backing tracks, for backing vocals, and or for harmonizing vocals. So that's pretty much the layout for that. And within each vocal, you'll see how you got your different plugins. So here you got a basic compressor, and then the red compressor that I was talking about earlier. This is the red compressor. Red isn't just because of the color, that's literally the brand. It's called Red. Comes with Focusrite. And so yeah, this is another different type of compressor. This is the one that I mainly use for my main lead vocal, for my vocals. This compressor is the one that I'll use on the actual beat. So yeah, and then you got just different things there. Let me show you. I wanted to show you. So here I got a little multi-band EQer, and then I have another regular EQ that I don't normally use, and then I use reverb also. So these are just a few different plugins that it comes with and what I use. So that's just kind of like a quick little basic look at what those look like. Alright everybody, so that's going to do it for this video. It's just a simple little video that I made here. Anything further that you kind of want to know or anything you want to see, just let me know and I'll see what I can do about making another video or, anything like that. And so yeah, so once again, it's Raymond J Times Infinity here, just a simple guy with infinite possibilities. And we'll see you guys in the next video.